Alabama has launched a bold new partnership between state troopers and federal ICE agents. Together, they're running joint checkpoints across the state, targeting undocumented immigrants, especially those with criminal records. Governor Kay Ivey ordered the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency to work directly with ICE, making immigration enforcement a daily duty for state troopers. The first operations just before September 21, 2025, led to over 24 detentions, turning policy into reality for Alabama communities. Checkpoints have appeared in Franklin, Colbert, and especially Russellville, where at least 20 people were taken into federal custody. This isn't Alabama's first brush with ICE, but the new partnership marks a major escalation. Routine traffic stops now open the door to federal immigration proceedings. Alabama is moving in the opposite direction of sanctuary states, embedding ICE agents with state police and putting itself at the center of a national debate. The state is not just cooperating with federal authorities, it's actively inviting them in, creating a powerful new enforcement mechanism on its roads. For many, this signals a new era of aggressive immigration enforcement, with Alabama leading the charge. The move is already sending shockwaves beyond state lines as other states watch closely. Critics say it blurs the line between state and federal authority, raising legal and ethical questions. Supporters argue it's a necessary step to protect communities and enforce the law. The partnership is transforming how immigration laws are enforced at the state level. Alabama's roads have become the front lines in a contentious national battle over immigration. The implications could reach far beyond the state's borders. At first glance, these checkpoints look like routine license stops. State troopers ask for driver's licenses and registration, but now, ICE agents stand nearby, ready to intervene. If a driver can't produce valid documents or raises suspicion, they're referred to ICE for questioning. The process is swift. Detention and transfer to federal custody can happen in minutes. In Russellville, this led to at least 20 detentions in a single operation. The model is spreading, with more communities working with ICE to set up similar checkpoints. Legal experts warn this blurs the line between traffic enforcement and immigration sweeps. For drivers, any stop now carries the risk of federal scrutiny. The collaboration leverages state police authority to create frequent opportunities for immigration checks. Critics call it a template for state-level immigration enforcement. For many residents, a simple drive has become a high-stakes encounter. Alabama's leaders frame the partnership as a matter of public safety and state sovereignty. Governor Ivey insists the state must protect its citizens and remove criminal undocumented immigrants. Senator Tommy Tuberville, running for governor, calls the program a model for other states and claims it fulfills a public demand for tougher enforcement. House Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter contrasts Alabama's approach with sanctuary states, arguing the state is choosing law and order over leniency. Supporters say the checkpoints fill a gap left by inadequate federal enforcement. They argue Alabama is acting decisively where Washington has failed. The message: Alabama won't wait for federal action, it will enforce immigration laws on its own terms. The program is presented as common sense, not just politics. State leaders are betting that aggressive enforcement is what voters want. Not everyone sees the program as a win for public safety. Immigrant advocates warn the checkpoints create fear and mistrust, especially among Latino communities. Community organizer Evelyn Servin fears racial profiling and families being separated for minor infractions. Legal experts question whether using traffic stops for immigration checks violates the Fourth Amendment. Critics argue these are fishing expeditions for ICE, not legitimate law enforcement. The human impact is immediate. Families are afraid to drive, work, or even go to school. Attorneys are fielding calls from anxious residents, trying to explain their rights in a confusing landscape. The presence of ICE at routine stops erodes trust in law enforcement. When people fear police, they're less likely to report crimes or cooperate with investigations. The policy risks making communities less safe, not more. Alabama's actions are being watched nationwide. If the program succeeds, other states may follow, creating a patchwork of aggressive enforcement zones. This challenges the traditional federal role in immigration and could spark legal battles over state versus federal power. For mixed-status families, the stakes are high. Constant fear of detention and deportation. Critics warn the policy pushes people into the shadows, making them vulnerable and less likely to seek help. Alabama's leaders see themselves as trailblazers, but the move is deeply divisive. The outcome could reshape immigration enforcement across the country. The nation is watching Alabama's roads, courts, and communities for what comes next. What happens here may set the tone for the future of immigration policy in America.